Hello, my name is Jessica Frost and I made We Recycle Here as an online research project that is expected to run for 2 to 3 weeks in a Year 4 classroom. This program allows for genuine engagement with the community by the students. They are able to approach their local public organisations and shire or council officers to investigate all currently operating sustainability programs. Sustainability is a real-world problem affecting everyone, showing the authenticity and real-world relevance in this program. The students must use the internet as a map, address book, as an educator, as a library, as a design tool, and for public relations, all of which they will need to teach themselves how to use and why. The internet is an effective tool for research and for sharing information. Libraries are less used than they were before. Galleries and museums are less visited than they were before. This information is now online, and while people used to know how to use the library and it was very trustworthy, people now feel as though they know how to use the internet, but they still struggle, and there are a lot of fake sources for information. So this project, by allowing students to repeatedly attend to the internet, reflect on their progress, and return to it, allows for students to learn how to discern what information is more reliable than others and how to get a few sources. Students will also learn about social media optimization for businesses and how this also helps when you're trying to find the right information. Too often, we ask students to look up something online for a project, but rarely do we take the time to show them how this is done. By working in groups, students have the opportunity to talk to each other, to show each other ideas, to reflect on how they work, to return to the internet to try again. The students are able to build familiarity with how the internet works and can be used, what sites are useful and what sites aren't, what sites are reliable and what aren't. This is a great opportunity for students to start to figure that out. They are coming to a point where they are asked to use it at a younger age, and they will be coming up at Year 4 level. They will be coming to a point where they will need to use it in quite strict circumstances in the future. The components of authentic learning are authentic context, authentic tasks, expert performances, multiple perspectives, collaboration, reflection, articulation, scaffolding, and assessment. In this research project, the context is authentic because sustainability is a crisis that the whole world is facing. The students were asked to identify something that should be able to be recycled, but for some reason is not. Things like linen and glasses and books cannot all be put into a bin or a recycling bin. So students are asked to think of ways that they can recycle these things. Then they're asked to address them. They need to contact the local shires and the local councils. They need to contact places that may have this information and may be doing this already. They need to approach the school administrative staff, and they need to look online at businesses and tutorials to follow expert performances to find how to approach a business and write business proposals to start a new agreement. The students can work with each other. They can take opinions from their parents, from the school administration staff. They can talk to different businesses. They can take a lot of different perspectives, and there are a few votes in this program. There are also a few debates and public presentations that they need to do where they'll get multiple perspectives on how to use and do things and what to choose. The students will be collaborating in groups to make projects, to approach companies, to make debates, to make social media presentations so that they can sell their concepts and ideas. They have been asked at a few points in the program to stop and reflect on how they are progressing with the options so far and with the different technologies, how they feel they can improve, and then they're to return to these to make the improvements and progress. Students use articulation when they are presenting their ideas to be chosen to be the sustainability resource recycling project. They use articulation to debate why recycling is important. They use it to contact different sources, to engage in business opportunities. The educator is there at all times, scaffolding this learning. The educator doesn't tell the students how to use technology, what recycling project they are going to do, or how to use and work with texts. The teacher is there to help to make sure that the children stay on track, to give ideas about what may work and what may not work. They are there to help guide the students when they feel that the students are working with more or less reliable resources, asking them to get a second opinion, asking them to make sure that their presentations align with the criteria that they're meant to. And the assessments are done on 3 levels in this project. The first level of assessment is self-assessment. The students have to reflect at least twice on how they think they are going so far, in terms of teamwork and how they're putting into the project and what they've learned. So what they would like to learn more of and what they think they've learned enough of. The second level is peer assessments. So the students offer peer reviews after debates and during group collaborations. Students are meant to give feedback on what they think so that they can help the class move forward together as a unit and to help individuals understand what does and doesn't work. And the final level of assessment is the educator's assessment, but the educator isn't assessing on the project. The educator is assessing on how they feel the student has reflected both on themselves and on others. Did they feel that the student was able to attend to what they had to attend to? Did they feel that the student contributed adequately? Did they feel that the student was able to address the criteria for the project? So this is the project We Recycle Here. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you have a look at it. It's quite exciting. Thank you.